Hello, this in front of me is the Bürstner Copa C500. This camper is a prototype. So it's what I call the VW, but this VW is on a Ford basis, the VW camper. Prototype, can't give you a price, but if you were looking at a price, you're probably in the order of around 65,000-70,000, something like that. I can't say, I don't deal with product development at Bürstner. Right, so what has this got? Well, it's, effectively it's a car, isn't it? It's not, let's call it what it is. It's a car with a kitchen in it. It's a car with storage in it. In fact, I'll even show you the storage down there, quite a lot really. And not only that, but this thing here also comes out. There you go. So it's got places to keep things. You can sleep in it because it's got sleeping for 4. It's got a nice big deep fridge, and up here you're going to find the same sink and same burners that you'll find in just about every camper van. So storage up there. You've got, you also can see what's going on with your water supply, your and your electricity supply from the battery. It does, however, come of course with heating as well. This is a prototype, so whenever they finish it, may be different. In this case, it's diesel heating from a Webasto system. So that is this prototype here, showing you around. We can move the rock and roll chair backwards and forwards. There are those that say these things aren't particularly comfortable, and there are those who will make do. I slept on one for a year and a half when I was living in a VW, a 1992 VW Malibu. But mine had a high roof. This one doesn't have a high roof, but having said that, even with the roof down, you can really sort of sit in it, as you can do in any sort of people carrier. Let's come to the back, show you what we've got here. So we've got a bit more storage space for things. We even got this there, water, so you load your water up, and here we've got the outdoor shower. Toilet, you'd have to get one. Oops, what am I doing here? It's 2 or 2 there. There's your space for your gas cylinder. And here, that's your water tank there. And here we've got a sliding door. So, now, obviously, horses for courses, depends what you want. This thing you can use on a daily basis, and if you're using it on a daily basis, great. Although, as a vehicle, it's going to be quite expensive. Show you the rear as well. There you go. Ford Tornado Copa C500. And right, let's have a look at the one they did earlier. Is a Copa C500, and this thing here got a cost of 61,155. 5-meter van, so I forgot to tell you that. It's 2 meters high. In fact, it will be, but the tent in the roof, and it's got an awning as well. The other one didn't put the awning on, but it's a prototype anyway. You can see very similar inside. So we've got the fridge there, burners there, the storage down here, tent in the roof, and at the back got the same storage. And this is that shows you the rock and roll chair moves backwards and forwards. There we go. So you can have it more or less where you want. One thing I think they've got now, I think this is a prototype, you can put this so the other part of the bed comes out further. You can sort of use it as a recliner, which you couldn't do before. Yeah, I'll show you 1 or 2 others in this range. Okay, here slightly bit. This is more my style. This has got the toilet. That is really essential. It's also got a little fold away sink here. Okay, still obviously shower it doesn't have, but having the toilet is a major improvement. And this thing here, I'll tell you the price, but it's not working. 2 chairs here. They've got a possibility of having a chair in the back. Kitchen is round the side. that's a bit more like it, in my opinion. That's more self-contained. Yeah, we'll have a look at this one as well. Okay, 2 seats in the back. Playa C500 Limited. There, kitchen, chairs, 75,000. Okay, Black Forest, Bürstner, individual. What has this one here got? It's got a closed door. Ooh. Either I've got no strength or I'll have to come in this way. Right. Or it's locked. There you go. There's 2 possibilities. Right. Okay. I know you can't see that. So it's called the Black Forest now. It's the reason why it's called the Black Forest is you can't see anything. Right. Here we've got another Playa. Means beach in Spanish. C500. And this thing here, looking at 72,000. You see, for 72,000, you could buy a proper camper van. Now, I do appreciate you mightn't want a camper van, but you know, putting 5 seats in something like this is a bit daft. And you've got that bit at the rear, so you can make a shower or something in the back, and the water going onto the ground. Here we go. This here, another one, Playa 5 C530. And what has this got? It's also got 5 seats in the back, but one thing it does have is a sort of different fridge, and it's also got here a toilet, which I think is a useful feature in my opinion. Now, for the cost of one of them, you could have one of these. This is a Renault based Delphin C621. Okay, it's longer, it's higher, but you can stand up in it, but you've got a proper everything. This thing here costs 76,000 euros. There you go. This is what it looks like inside. It's got lengthwise beds at the back, which you can turn into a lounge. Much better, in my opinion. Alternatively, if you've got a problem with the length, then you could go for something like this C550. Okay, it's higher, it's wider, it's got 2 meters of standing height inside almost on the forward basis. Look at that, not much longer. It's a bit wider, but this is 542, I think, isn't it? 553, sorry, centimeters in length. So, anyway, I wanted to show you this prototype. The prototype is here, it's this one. And for me, well, you got my opinion there. I do appreciate this thing here will go in an underground garage, whereas the others won't. But you know, if you're camping, you might be able to use this on a daily basis. This loses less fuel, but on the whole, for my way of thinking, something like this. It's a car, and if it doesn't have a toilet and it doesn't have a shower, it's going to offer you none of the facilities which you are going to need. And the idea that this is for younger people and the other ones are older people. Younger people wash themselves and they need to use the toilet just as much. So, in my opinion, what to go for, get something like one of these excellent camper vans, 540 centimeters long, rather than this, which is just a bit shorter and has none of the facilities, or not all of the facilities anyway. All the best from me in Germany.